Welcome to Canal Media's weekly roundup from the banking sector. This week saw banking unions intensify preparations for the January 27 All India strike over the long pending 5-day banking demand, even as conciliation talks failed to yield concrete assurances. Alongside strike action, concerns over HR practices, transfer policies, pressure culture, and employee treatment surfaced across banks. Regional rural banks also witnessed growing oppositions to IPO proposals, fresh agitation programs, and operational safety issues. Here are the key developments from the banking sector this week.
5-day banking demand and January 27 strike preparations. The demand for a 5-day banking week intensified, with unions stating implementation has been pending since 2015 despite earlier agreements. Multiple conciliation meetings were held, but UFBU said no concrete assurance emerged. UFBU, supported by AIBA and other unions, confirmed the All India Bank strike on January 27, along with badge wearing and nationwide mobilization programs. Political support and wider momentum for 5-day banking. Political backing added momentum as a BJP leader wrote to the Prime Minister seeking early implementation of the 5-day banking week. Unions said growing political acknowledgement reflects mounting workload stress, staffing shortages, and employee burnout across banks. Union agitations, strike calls, and recruitment issues. Union led actions intensified across banks. AIOBEU announced and later revised a 2-day strike at Indian Overseas Bank over clerical recruitment. AIBA formally called for participation in the January 27 strike and extended support to the February 12 general strike, citing intimidation, HR pressure, and unresolved service issues. HR practices, transfers, and employee treatment under scrutiny. Concerns over HR practices and transfer policies surfaced across banks. JFUBU flagged rotation transfers during conciliation, while AIPNBOA sought clarity on PNB's transfer policy and vacancy sharing. ICICI Bank employees reported repeated transfers and a differently abled ex-serviceman at UCO Bank alleged inhuman treatment at a zonal office. Pressure culture, targets, and branch level stress. Operational stress and pressure culture came into focus. Allegations of unethical pressure over PMJJBY enrollment targets emerged from PNB's Aligarh regional office. Governance, recovery, and policy developments. Policy and governance issues also featured. An analysis reviewed how IBC and NCLT mechanisms continue shaping bank debt recovery, while DFS launched a comprehensive salary account package for central government employees through PSBs. Welfare, pay, and tax issues. Employee welfare issues remained prominent. BOMOO sought income tax relief for PSB officers on leased accommodation and staff loans, while AIUBEF raised concerns over pay fixation for re-employed ex-servicemen at Union Bank of India. RRB IPO opposition and privatization concerns. Opposition to proposed IPOs in RRBs sharpened, with unions questioning why Haryana, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala were the first reviewed by DFS. Articles warned that IPOs could push RRBs away from social banking towards privatization, threatening financial inclusion goals. RRB agitations, strike support, and union programs. RRB unions announced protest programs and strike support. UPGBEU extended backing to the January 27 strike, while Karnataka Gramin Bank employees declared agitation plans over pending demands. Operational issues and staff safety. Operational and safety concerns were flagged in RRBs. Odisha Gramin Bank CSAs raised issues over daily data reporting through WhatsApp, while a review meeting at UP Gramin Bank in Ghazipur raised questions after a staff accident. RRB employee benefits. Tripura Gramin Bank announced it would bear 100% TDS on perquisite tax for employee loans for first year 2025 to 26, offering relief to staff amid ongoing disputes.
That's all for this week's banking roundup. Stay tuned with Canal Media for more updates and developments that matter to bankers.